Alrighty, we are live. What's up? What's going on, everybody? I think there might be a way to share this. I'm thinking that's what this button is. Hang on. Let's see. Let's tweet this out. Yo, what's up? Oh, no, I don't want to leave. Let's stay. Finally, a place where you're safe from the Fortnite invasion. Wow, what's up with Fortnite? Watching on the LG X. I discovered there's a novel series of Lando Star Wars books. Yeah. There are very few places where Fortnite isn't. You know what? I'm gonna sound like a total loser right now. I'm gonna go on record and I'm gonna sound like a total loser. I have yet to play Fortnite. Just got done watching your LG Vault video. Pretty interesting. Yeah. I figured I would make that. I would make that video. It's one that I've been wanting to do for some time now, and I'm gonna do one about the LG Stylo series. We'll do one. I'm lucky. Why am I lucky? I hear good things about Fortnite though. Anyone want to break it down for me? You haven't played Fortnite or PUBG? What was that? Player Unknown Battleground? I think that's what it's called. It's just addictive? Okay. I like your videos. Very informative. Thank you. Appreciate that. I really do. See. Talk about good places to root my vault and what ROM to use. Good places to root your vault. XDA has all that information. Just look up XDA on the LG Vault. And I think on Android forums as well. The Fortnite is everywhere, it seems. Probably a really hot game, I guess. A lot of people are probably just like, it's a first-person shooter type game, isn't it? Just out of curiosity, I know nothing of it. So you guys are going to educate me on Fortnite. Yeah, XDA. I recommend XDA's website for any type of device you're going to try and root and install custom ROMs and stuff like that. Third person shooter. Okay. I'm bad with terminology, so forgive me. When it comes to gaming and stuff like that, I'm very old school. I've said this very, very much so. So a lot of people will probably find the games that I build, but I play. What? I think I said build because I see the comment over here. Everyone is Bob the Builder. I was going to say, yeah. But the games that I play are like people look at it and be like, it's so kiddie-ish. Mario, Donkey Kong. Yeah, games like that. I'm very much into old games, and I play it the old way. I know that a lot of emulators run where you can save progression, but I don't like doing that. I like playing the game as it was intended to be played way back in the day when I was a kid. So if I had to jump off the game, well, every progress I've made on the game gets reset. Classic games are fun. Yeah, they are. They are, and if you play them as they're intended to be with no save points and nothing like that, then it's going to become pretty challenging. I think, what was it? I want to say a couple of months ago, I was playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game that was released on Nintendo, and I had gamer rage. I went bananas, and it's really stupid when I'm going to explain this to you guys because technically I could have used save points. I could have used a save point on my emulator, but like I said, I play the game as it's intended to be, and so therefore I I resetted the game in the middle of playing by stupid mistake and had to start from level 1, and I was already at level 7, so I was right at the point where you make your way to the Technodrome to face Shredder. This Shredder? Yeah, you face Shredder and he clones himself, and you have to like try and kick the right one without getting blasted by that electricity. Yeah, so I haven't found any retro game stores in Phoenix area, just GameStops. Chad, you live in Phoenix, bro? You're gonna get Smash 5. I'm thinking about getting it. Super Mario Bros. Never gets old on the Wii for me. Yeah, Super Mario Brothers will always it's a legacy. It's a legacy. Super Mario Bros. Even on the opposite side with Sega, Sonic the Hedgehog and Altered Beast, Mystic Defender. Those are some of the games I really grew up on playing. Phone tech at work. What's up, man? What's going on? How you been? But like those classic games, I'll never get old of playing. Those games will always be what I prefer to play. So other people will look at me and be like, "You're not a hardcore gamer," and I'm not. With retro games, I am, but these games today, probably a 5-year-old can smoke me on these games. I don't play a lot of these newer games. I'm on vacation here, moving back next month. Oh, okay, cool. I've been playing. Let's see. Yeah. Filthy casual. Been good. I was just watching it. Oh, you did? Cool. Yeah, it's that video I just wanted to put together, just kind of like, showing the evolution state from the original LG Vault going all the way up to the LG X Charge. And I guess you can kind of see what LG was doing with it. These new games are so complicated nowadays. I think that's what it is for me. I'm an old timer. I'm 35 years old. So a lot of these games for me, they are complicated. I watch my son play, and I just kind of look at them like, God, if this type of games existed back in my day, what would I do? Because it does get complicated to play. It's a learning curve for me, especially like, now that I have a Nintendo Switch, and right now we're playing Mario Odyssey, and it's just like the things that they do with these games just gets more crazier and crazier. Have you made a Nintendo account yet? I have a Nintendo account, I think, and I didn't make one on the Switch, but I have one because I had Mito on my phone. I was on that, and I used that same account with Mario Run, and I don't know if that's the same account that would work with the Switch. Your son plays Roblox? I heard about that game. What's the concept of that game? You gotta have like 90,000 IQ to actually play them. I'm trash in PUBG and Fortnite. I haven't played Fortnite. I just openly admitted to everyone else that I have no idea about what Fortnite is about, or PlayerUnknown Battleground, I think is what it's called. I haven't played any of those. You can turn on assist mode. I had to turn it on. There's a game. That's like playing a game with a walker, though. Let's see. You can't play games that freezes the screen to allow adjustments to power modes. Okay. Totally agree. I recently started Call of Duty Ghosts. I have no idea how to work anything. My friend is going to show me how to play tomorrow. Cool. I mean, that's a good thing, though, right? I mean, if you know people that will help you basically learn the functionality of the game, then yeah, right. I mean, that helps out. I just started playing strictly play WWE games and sports games. Yeah, I haven't played any of the new WWE games. I think the last wrestling game I played was I want to say WWE 13 is the last one I played. You're still not used to 3D Mario games? Yeah, it does get kind of odd to play. I haven't ever touched a WWE game. Some of the newer ones are actually getting more realistic with those types of games. I know the graphics and everything is way better. Can you imagine if, like, I think it was THQ that produces the game for WWE. I think it is. I don't know if they still do. But can you imagine if they like pumped out a brand new game and it had the graphics of was it WWE No Mercy for N64? It is like the graphics on the game was just so terrible because you would see everything was, it wasn't smooth. Obviously it was built based on triangles and stuff. And, but their faces, it's like they took a picture, like a selfie of the wrestler and plastered it on top of this digital body. And the face expressions never changed. So I wonder if any of those wrestlers felt weird when they posed for a shot to make their face on a playable character on WWE No Mercy for the 64 days. That was crazy. I used to laugh at like The Rock's face and Rikishi's face. Those are funny. Have you seen Batman Ninja? No, I haven't. I got a 9.7 out of 10 on IGN. Looks really good. Oh, Paul, what's up, man? LG Vault, the LED home button. That was awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to showcase. I have them all with me right here. I did the video earlier. I edited it on the Moto X4. So I used Power Director on there to edit the video. And then, yeah, I have them here with me. There's 3 of them. And then I'm using the X-Charge as my daily driver. So that's number 4. I thought it would be fun just to kind of like showcase those phones. Yeah, The Rock's face. Yeah. It got pretty crazy. So I'm getting all these weird notifications. Hang on. Let's close those out. Yeah, I'm real interested to see your video on the LG Vault, man. That's gonna be dope. The Vault was like way ahead of its time when it first came out, and compared to all the other devices in the same series as the original Vault, they don't touch base with any of the features that they packed into this phone. You really missed the multi-light home button? Yeah. That was I'm really thinking about using this phone just to use it for the hell of it. I mean, not to do like any type of like, challenge or review, but just to really just use the phone. It's tempting me, especially with all the different ROMs they have out there for this phone. It's really tempting me. How much money are you making to buy all these phones? Well, a lot of these phones I bought over the years. So I didn't not that I make a lot of money or anything like that. Here on YouTube, I really don't make that much money at all. If you guys really want me to be honest with you guys on it, I barely make anything. I think as I slow down on videos, I think monthly I get maybe just a little over $100 paid out for AdSense. That's really it. Do you recommend quick charge or regular charge for your X charge? That just depends. I mean, the thing with the battery though is like, don't let your battery go all the way down to 0%. Like, don't let it completely use a charge cycle. I'd say it's safe to say to charge your phone at like 20%. Like, don't let it go below 20% and charge it back up. Because if you start like depleting its actual charge cycles, the battery will deplete itself, and then it won't hold the charge as long as it used to. I guess it's a weird method of extending your battery life. So, but you can use quick charge if you want. Let's see. He has the Batman credit card. Who does? All right, I have the LG X Charge, and I want to upgrade, but I'm not sure between Samsung S6, S7, Moto X4, or Moto G5 S Plus. So you have some interesting choices there because you have the S6, and then you have the S7, which is the later version of it. You're also talking about the Moto X4, which is a pretty solid device, but you're also talking about the G5 S Plus, which is really good. So, I mean, you basically narrowed it down to 2 Samsungs and 2 Motorola's. Now, which one are you more inclined to? Like, which one entices you more? Which one do you have your eye on mostly? You should invest in your own tech company. I don't know about that. I think something was wrong with the chat on Periscope. Probably was. I mean, I've been utilizing Scope just to, but who knows? The LG Vault still performs just as good as the free Cricket wireless devices. Most of those are 480p displays and 1.5 gigs of RAM. Okay. I like the Moto because of the front-facing flash. Oh, okay. So it just really now just boils down to either the X4 or the G5 S Plus. I love my Stylo 2, even though it's old now. Stylo 2. I mean, like, here's the thing. This is where I feel about all this. I don't think everyone should have to keep up with the times. Like if you find a phone that works great for you, regardless if it's going to continue to get software updates or any of the latest features, if you can do away with all the gimmicky bullshit that's out there, then rock what you want to rock. I mean, let's see. Oh, what's up, Oscar? What's going on? Yeah, you love the original G Stylo. The G Stylo was really good. I just wish that they were all spec the same, whether on Metro or Boost. Damn LG for building two different variants. But the Stylo 2 is still a pretty solid phone. And for the fact that even though they were dropping the Stylo 3, they still updated the Stylo 2, right? And got it to Nougat. So, yeah. You're able to play PlayerUnknown Battleground on it. It's still a pretty solid device. I think when they came out with the Stylo 3, there really wasn't much that they can do to it that the Stylo 2 already had. It was just more of just like a refresher. I mean, design-wise, they redesigned the look of the phone. I think it was just a refresher more than anything. Are you going to the Toys R Us liquidation sales? I might, just to see what I can grab from there. I have the Samsung J3 2017, but I want to upgrade to the J5 Pro. Is it worth it? I'm not too sure. I'm not very familiar with the J5 Pro. I'll be honest with you on that. I have yet really to keep up with devices anymore. My whole thing and what I try to project to people is more of just like user experience and what types of phones that you want to use as a user, and not so much as trying to like push people to continuously get new phones all the time, just thinking like that's the best route to go for them. People could do better things with their money than continuously keep buying phones and upgrading to phones. I mean, if it's something that you really have to have or something that is considered within security, then definitely upgrade. But for just like minor things, I really wouldn't suggest anyone to really upgrade if the phone that they have works great for them. Have you been watching Overwatch League? No, I haven't seen that. I'm going to switch to Boost Mobile. I need that unlimited data with 20 gigs mobile hotspot. Yeah, dude, open up an account with them and go for it. I will tell you guys this, and I'm real kind of nervous to do this because this is like kind of crazy for me. But later on today, I might do it on Instagram or I might do it on Periscope. But I am going to drop all the things that I know that is pretty messed up with Sprint. I'm just going to drop that video or that broadcast and put it out there because yeah, Sprint, even though I work for them, drop it on both. I don't know, it'd be kind of weird though to have like two phones set up, one streaming Periscope, one streaming Instagram. I don't know. Yeah, Boost is killing it with that plan, that $60 plan that gives 20 gigabytes of hotspot. And that's really good. That actually beats out Sprint's unlimited freedom that they're so proud of. Even though like they're all under the same umbrella, they're so proud of that plan. It's just like, I'll be honest. One thing that I have noticed a lot of over the last 3 months, I want to say, is that a lot of Sprint customers are leaving Sprint, but they're leaving Sprint for Boost Mobile. It's kind of funny because I don't tell them when they want to do it. Like when they're so adamant that they want to close their account and go to Boost Mobile, I end up just sending them over to our migration department that will migrate them from Sprint to Boost Mobile. It's like they are basically under Sprint, and like some people like they don't really think about that, but they hear of the plans that Boost has, and it's like, why am I paying this on Sprint when I can get this with prepaid? And I'm like, what prepaid company you guys considering going to? Boost Mobile. Okay, well. Let me get you to our migration team. What's your Periscope? My Periscope is the AOTito. That is my Periscope. It's basically Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll be able to find it. This plus more and prepaid. Yeah. Prepaid does like absolutely well. I would rather and no matter what kind of deals and offers that employees would get, I still stick with Boost Mobile. I am using Project Fi too, but I still stick with prepaid. There's nothing about postpaid that entices me to switch over to it. I just don't see a reason to do that. Yeah. So one thing I am curious about though, and I don't know if you guys have seen it either, but we're like already at the end of March and entering April. And I haven't heard anything about a new J7 series or anything really new coming out on Boost Mobile. I'm kind of nervous about that, like what's happening with that, because usually they pump out phones for spring, and I'm not hearing a lot of it. It's like T-Mobile has higher costs for the same phone that is cheaper on Metro. That's why I left T-Mobile a while back. Yeah, I'm thinking to switch. I'm thinking to switch to Cricket Wireless. I don't like Metro PCS. Go with what works in your area. They're pulling out. What do you mean they're pulling out? But yeah, Oscar, if Cricket works better in your area, go for it. Like that's like one thing that I tell a lot of people too is like whatever works great in your city, go with it, because that's where you're gonna get the best service experience. Cricket is good, but they need to stop the activation fees already. How much is the activation fees on Cricket? Oh, well, I mean, yeah, okay. So they're pulling out. Oh, I don't know. I think online Cricket doesn't charge this activation fee. And it's 25. Oh, okay, it's 25. Oh, that's crazy. But online, if you order a phone from Cricket online, then they don't charge you that activation fee. Almost sounds like Sprint. Sprint, that's how they work. Like there's an activation fee or an upgrade fee in store. There's an activation fee or an upgrade fee if you do it by phone. But if you do it on the website, that's waived. I see, I see. Yeah, they charge for a SIM card too. I see. You probably know about the mess up shit. It's going to be eventually exposed. I think it's mostly just in postpaid generally. I mean, really, like I say, like prepaid is the way to go because you don't have to deal with a lot of like haggling bullshit that's behind everything else. You don't have to deal with with like little microscopic words that they expect you to read in order to understand what they're doing and what you're getting charged for. It's crazy. Conspiracy theory? Conspiracy theory? Not so much. I mean, a lot of people know about this. And what I will talk about later, you guys can see this on their Facebook page. If you go to Sprint's Facebook page and you see all those horror stories, read them, because when I start talking about them on some of the things that they're doing, then it'll really make sense because you'll see a lot of like people actually saying the same thing that I'm saying. I will say one thing though, the major thing about Sprint is the fact that that they don't want to lose customers going out. Yet a lot of their long-term customers, they're not really doing anything really to save them. It's crazy. But I will drop some stuff about them later on. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm interested in that too. And what the heck? Oh, got a notification on some other stuff. But yeah, I'm real curious to know like what kind of phones are going to be coming out to Boost Mobile later on this year. That's something that I mean, I don't know exactly what's going on, what they have. What are your thoughts on 5G? So next evolution state in data transfer speeds. It's really all it is. Every company has their idea of how they're going to do it, so that way they can provide faster data speeds within metro areas and so forth. They'll expand it out. One idea that I'm seeing that they're doing to try to implement 5G is have these. They're almost like the Magic Box from Sprint, and they're gonna have them like on freaking light poles or like crosswalk lights and shit like that. They're gonna have it up on there just to kind of increase. It's really all about data speeds. It's the same thing. I don't know if you guys remember when 4G first launched, when every carrier was talking about 4G, and we were using 3G phones, right? You guys remember the speeds of 3G and where those went? And then with 4G launching, everyone was just like bananas over it because the data speeds was faster. And then LTE came out, and it just really just hit the high bar. I mean, you started seeing data speed transfers of like 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 megabits per second, download, and maybe like 50 or 60 upload. You start seeing numbers like that where like it used to be in the kilobits. It was measured in kilobits. Now it's measured in megabits. 5G will basically, hit beyond that threshold. 3G was gross. But remember, before we had LTE or 4G, 3G was it, right? Like it was way faster than 1x RTT. So you were capable of streaming media on 3G. You weren't able to do that on 1x. So 3G was at one point, it was the shit. I've heard Sprint, they're going to expand their LTE network. Yes, they are. Because no deal will ever go through with them merging with another company. They're finally going to invest billions into their network infrastructure, which is like you waited this long to do that. Of course, there's other things in play. Well, I'll discuss that later on today. I know that's true. It is now. Like if you were to try and like download something from Google Drive, or if you were to try and live broadcast on 3G, that would be nearly impossible, right? You would have like the worst graphic feedback trying to stream on 3G. But before we had all these things, before we had made social media at the heightened level that it is right now, 3G was it. And then when 4G came out, everyone just went bananas over that. And the same thing is going to happen again with 5G. When 5G is finally out there for everybody, everyone's going to have 5G, which is going to be fine for me. I don't mind being the guy who sits in the back of the line waiting, because while a lot of people are scrambling to get 5G capable devices and to be on 5G and to post and boast about their speeds being super lickety split, I'm going to be the guy that's still on 4G that's going to see a very big shift in data transfer, because there's not going to be so much people congesting that spectrum to use. So I'm okay with it. What movies have I watched recently? Movies I watched recently. I've been watching a lot of TV shows. I've been watching the spinoff of Big Bang Theory that's focused on Sheldon when he was young. I've been watching that series. But those are TV shows. Movie-wise, I think I know The Last Jedi was one that I watched about a month ago. And there was another one that was pretty cool. I forgot the name of it, but it's about this girl that's like, she was lied to her entire life by her mother. And so she thought she had a disease that if she went outside, her body didn't have like the immunity to fight it. And so she was always trapped in her house, and she finds out that she doesn't have that sickness. And it's a love story. It was pretty cool though. It was a pretty good romance movie. I'm happy with just LTE. I mean, LTE is pretty quick. I know that with 5G launching, it's going to alleviate a lot of the congestion on 4G. So let's see. I'm back. I got YouTube notifications. Oh, okay, cool. Everything question. How's it going, Oscar? I still can't believe she thought that was real. Are you referring to the movie that I'm talking about? Do you know the name of it? Because I forgot the name of it. Well, she didn't have no friends. The character in the movie, like, she was locked in her home all her life. Her mom just really made her believe that she had this illness, that if she went outside, she would die. And the mother hired people that knew that was a lie, but they were like the closest thing that she would have to a friend. But it took a family moving in next door and them having, a son about the same age as her, for her to like want to take risks of going out. What service is this broadcast on? Cellular or home Wi-Fi? Home Wi-Fi. I'm on my Chromebook. Oh, is that the name of the movie? Yeah, it's the name of the movie. Okay, cool. I appreciate that. Oh, you saw it with your wife? Yeah, I saw it with mine. I don't know who you are. Decline. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, that movie was actually pretty dope, though, I gotta say, for it being a drama romance movie. But I think those are the ones that I've actually really seen. I haven't seen anything else because I am saving up to go see basically Infinity Wars. I am really stoked for that movie. I'm also interested in the Venom movie. I don't know if you guys seen some stuff about that on the internet floating around. Black Panther was good. I don't care about all that other, Facebook and Twitter, all types of drama bullshit that people are talking about Black Panther. I don't care for none of that stuff. I'm not deeply political that way. I just enjoy a good movie, and I think that's what people should do, is just shut the hell up and enjoy a good movie. Yeah, it was. So I'm kind of interested that they're actually bringing out like Venom his own movie. I'm wondering exactly what that's going to do with MCU, like how that's going to play into it. It looked edgy. Yeah, because we had a lot of Spider-Man movies. We had a lot of Spider-Man reboot movies. It's time to just move forward, because there's one movie based on one of my most favorite video games for Super NES, and that is Carnage. When are they going to build a movie based on Carnage? Like, they need to make that shit happen, because that game was badass. I'm sorry. It is one of my favorite games to really hit. I think graphics-wise was better on Sega Genesis, but either way, I mean, Carnage, they need to make that movie happen already. So with this Venom movie coming out, I'm hoping they're moving in the right direction for that, because we need that. We need a Carnage movie. But the poor Venom guy got fired. His wife divorced him and found out he got cancer all in one day. Wow. Wait, is this story wise? Is this what they're doing with the whole Venom movie? Because Eddie Brock actually he got bonded with the symbiote a lot differently than that. Oh, this was in the actual comic. Okay. That's one thing also that irritated me about it, was the multiple different universes within Marvel. Like, you had like multiple different Spider-Mans. You had Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, the Spectacular Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2099. Yeah, like a lot of them. Tom Hardy is the new Venom. Okay. Sounds familiar. Did he play Bane? Oh yeah, no, that's the article that I read about it though. Was like, you're mostly gonna deal with I think it's Eddie Brock. You're mostly gonna deal with him throughout the movie, and that the symbiote doesn't come out until the end. But I wonder like where they're gonna base this off of, like what exactly is happening with Venom. Because there's many different universes that involve Venom in it. I think the last one I ever read when I was a kid, because I collected the four different hologram covers of Spider-Man. I got those, and then there was an actual like, it's more of a book than actually like comic. It's a comic book, but it's much more thicker, and it's a volume where in this universe, Venom actually killed Spider-Man. In their last confrontation, Peter Parker was holding a torch in his hand, and Venom threw this big old Volkswagen van at him that when it impacted, it exploded and it killed Peter Parker, or basically one of his clones. And so Venom, they portrayed Venom to being a hero, and that Venom was only like adamant on killing Spider-Man because he had a hatred for him, but was never actually a villain. He was a hero. He would protect people because it would show like different timelines where Eddie Brock had a flashback, and it would show where he was fighting Spider-Man and an innocent bystander was caught in the way, and he saved that person. It was a very weird one. I have to find it. Maybe I'll make like a whole different video based on it. I'll think about that. Eddie Brock was born in the shadows. He breathed it in. What? No. Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up, man? I'm glad you can join us. Yeah, I hate when they take like actual like, stories and completely massacre it. No, I'm not going to be able to go to any type of expos. I don't do those types of things, and really, like, I don't. I'll be upfront with you guys. I don't consider myself like a YouTuber in that sense, like a YouTuber that's going to go to all these expos or things like that. I figure, if I have a good following that does want to meet me in person, if I ever travel to their city, then I will, hook up and have lunch with that person, or hang out at a certain cool spot and just, hang out with somebody. Like, you guys are my friends. You guys are not fans. You guys are my friends. So no, I don't go to things like that. I don't go to VidCon or any of those types of things. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I knew his name sounded familiar. So he was once Bane and now he'll be Venom. That's going to be interesting, but it's cool. It's cool though. I mean, yeah. What's funny though, and as so cliche as it is and as it sounds, it would make sense though if they actually casted Brock Lesnar to play Eddie Brock in Venom. I mean, and he just has the look already. Because if you look at the old comics of Eddie Brock had that flat top haircut, and he's just really really big dude. And Brock Lesnar's a really big dude. So hey, if he would learn how to act. Because I don't think they can have him have Paul Heyman's voiceover on Brock Lesnar as Eddie Brock. That wouldn't sound right. But it's an interesting fact. I seen this little thing on the internet about it. I'm like, yeah, that could work. He could work as Eddie Brock and as Venom. But like with that, the Infinity Wars, has anyone busted out and started playing the old school Marvel superheroes fighting game, the one that's based on the Infinity Gauntlet? It was like, I just, after seeing, some of the trailers of Infinity Wars, it just made me think I wanted to, to bring that out on emulator. So started playing it, and just remember like all the cool stuff about it that initially later on they brought, what was it, Marvel superheroes versus the X-Men. No, it was Marvel, or was it X-Men versus Street Fighter? I think something like that. So from there, then it went from there to Marvel superheroes versus Street Fighter and going up. But the original Marvel superheroes fighting game, I just had to play that. So memories. He could play Bane and Batman. Yeah, he could. Oh, okay. This is gonna be quite interesting to see how the story goes with that one. I see a lot of stuff like that, but I mean, yeah. So those movies I'm more excited for and saving up for. Also, Solo. I wanted to see that movie too. So how many of you guys are gonna go see that one? I just downloaded all of the Super Nintendo emulators to try it out on my phone. Yeah, cool. Whereas he found out that Christian Bale Batman was Patrick Bateman in American Psycho. Yeah, he was. How do you guys feel about that movie? Like I know they made like a lot of Batman movies, and they had like all these licensing reasons why some of the older ones didn't have certain characters in it or didn't have a certain feel for it. And then with the Dark Knight series, I really like that version of it. I think they did a tremendously good job in telling it, because like the original comics, the Joker was not responsible for Bruce Wayne's parents' death. The Joker was not. I mean, with the Michael Keaton movie, they made it where the Joker killed his parents when he was Jack Napier, before he went psychotic and fell into that chemical crap and altered him into the Joker. In the original comics, the Thomas Wayne and Martha Wayne, they were not killed by Jack Napier. They were not killed by the Joker. They were killed by, not like a homeless person, but a desperate thief. So with the Dark Knight series, I was really happy with that. I was just sad in the fact that they weren't going to do it anymore. I mean, some people have their mixed emotions about, Ben Affleck playing Batman, and, the Batman movie that's coming out with him. I don't know. I just think it's going to be hard to top, the Dark Knight series. That was a very good one. Dark Knight Rises was pretty good. It put an end to everything, though, but at the same time, it's like they still left it open to where if they wanted to rekindle it, they could bring it back. Because there was more, like Bruce Wayne had more people don the Batman suit in his time, especially as he got older. Yeah, I mean, in that storyline, yeah, that it went that way. We can all agree Captain America is the lamest superhero. Why is Captain America the lamest superhero? I mean, he's a super soldier. This is like the reason that the Hulk existed. They tried to replicate what they did with Captain America with the Hulk, and it went completely different because it brought out like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type thing. I'm just curious to know why you dislike Captain America. Any good movies in theaters to watch? Not that I know of. Like, some of the good movies haven't come out yet. I use my Nexus player, so I guess you could say it's an Android box because I have a Nexus player. Yeah, he's strong. He has a shield, and he can withstand, certain attacks. Doesn't really need bulletproofing. Okay, I get what you're saying. So he doesn't have a lot of flash to him, basically, with just him just being Captain America. Like you have, you have Doctor Strange, you have Spider-Man, who's obviously cool. You have Iron Man is just not really a superhero. He built a suit that makes him strong. You have Thor. So I get what you're saying. Oh, like Wolverine and Deadpool, all the X-Men. This is one that I think that, oh man, I wish Hugh Jackman would just park his damn pride and like reprise his role as Logan, because I think that's who they need in this Infinity Wars. In Infinity Wars, I would want to see I would want to see members of the X-Men. I mean, I know that they have, Guardians of the Galaxy that's in the movie. I know they have them. I know they have the Avengers, and they're having Spider-Man also involved in it, and Black Panther involved in it. Well, from the last movie they made about it, but Infinity Wars took place before the movie about Logan, where he was basically being, he was dying from a disease. So, matter of fact, that movie that they made with Logan and where he dies, they totally massacred that story. That story was, to me, is bullshit. It's bullshit because, Wolverine doesn't get sick until years on. I don't know if you guys remember where in the time where Bishop was there, in the time of in the year of the time with Bishop and Cable and all them, Wolverine was still alive, but he was battling a sickness. He had a disease that was slowly rotting him away. That was like years. That was when when they saw the future where the Sentinels were still around. So come on now. Like Logan dies. He dies at an old age. Professor X dies at an old age. But the timeline where they said it is not correct. So Logan's always dead and comes back. Which too, I mean, like some of the things that they do, like they give Wolverine this whole ability to, his ability is to heal fast, right? So that's his real mutant ability. So it's not so much that he has adamantium claws. I mean, those got ripped out of him from Magneto in one confrontation they had. But it's his ability to heal fast. And so that's why it's like a disease that actually killed him when his body should have the genetic coding that would basically heal itself from any disease and any wound. Technically, Wolverine died from old age. Depends. It depends on which universal timeline you follow. Because there's even a timeline where Wolverine never met the X-Men and he stayed with Alpha Flight. Which they made mention in the Logan movie because those kids, they're trying to get north. All those gifted children that they helped break out, they're trying to get them to a group that was going to pick them up from the Canadian border, and that group was Alpha Flight. I see. Yeah, so I mean it's crazy on just how much things they do, but I honestly feel within Infinity Wars that some of the X-Men should make a cameo in that movie. If not in the first part, because I believe they're stating that Infinity Wars is going to be a 2-part movie. So at least in the second part, bring them in. Because another movie that I think that they should fashion with the whole MCU would be I would want it based off a comic that was a What If series. I don't know if you guys remember this comic that came out. I think it was like back in 1997. It was a What If series that came out, and it was, if like Galactus basically wiped out everybody. So the comic, because I know I bought it for like $1.25, and I never read it. I put it straight into a sleeve and sealed it because I figured it was going to have a lot of value behind it later on. But from what I gathered from the front cover, because the front cover of the comic book sometimes can tell you everything about what you're about to see, every Marvel character was dead. And even every villain. So like the villains and the heroes united and they took on Galactus and they lost. The only one who was left in that front cover illustration was Silver Surfer. He was the only one left. Old Logan got vaporized by a Sentinel. That was crazy. And then, like, also with that Logan movie, I don't know if you guys like noticed it, but Wolverine's clone to me looked a lot like Sabretooth from what was that movie? It was based on Wolverine, but it was the first solo Wolverine movie. I forgot what the title of it was. But that clone Wolverine that he fought at the end of the movie Logan, it looked just like Sabretooth. That was just me. This is the way I saw it. But yeah, I would love to see a feature a future movie that would be based off that What If series. Because, I mean, like, Galactus, he had, like, one role in Fantastic Four, Rise of Silver Surfer. And we really didn't even see Galactus. X-23 got a clone sister now, I think. Really? I'm very interested in seeing where like the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe goes with all those characters. And then on the flip side of things, what's happening with the DC universe, right? The whole Batman movie that's coming out. Gotta hit that vape. No, I can't do vape tricks. I don't do vape tricks. So like all that stuff that you see on YouTube with people doing all that stuff, and I don't do that. But DC side, I'm real interested in seeing how that one goes, how that one plays out. And it looks like that my X charge is completely charged. I don't know if CV Tech is still in here, but this is the power bank that I was talking about. That's like 10,000 milliamps or whatever. Real big, hefty thing. And it does have a quick charge. So this is the one I got for like $35. The other one that was kind of like this, same size, but it supported wireless charging. Yeah, it would be weird. I mean, could you imagine someone cloning you as a woman? That'd be kind of weird, right? I really can't tell you exactly what I think about it. I haven't really been paying too much attention with DC. Um, the whole Justice League movie. I think there was things about it. I just think that they just kind of like played into. Like I don't know, me if I was the director of a movie, like I wouldn't have brought Superman back that quickly. I would have made that into like a 2-part series, right? Kind of build up the climax to it. So you would have you would basically have like the Justice League forming because that's what they were doing in the beginning of the movie. They were all trying to unite together. They were all trying to get a feel for each other, with Aquaman being the most resistant of joining them. He was always very vocal about it. So with that, I feel like that they brought Superman back way too quick. Like I would have saved that for another movie. I would have focused on the Justice League getting brought together by Batman first, and then making it to where they had to revive Superman, and then they brought him back. Anyways, crazy as can be. So, how do you guys feel about Huawei? Do you think Batman and Iron Man is the same dude? Literally, they're like polar they're similar but opposites from different universes. What's your guys' take on Huawei, though? How do you guys feel about that? And are you guys nervous of Chinese manufactured phones? I talked about this the other day on Periscope. That in general too, that's what Huawei is being accused of, right? Do you guys buy into it completely? And do you guys think that other manufacturers such as Samsung and LG are not doing that? I'm going to lean back more, so it might start shaking just a little bit. I'm going to pull this closer. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it's here's the thing that I feel about it. When Huawei released a press statement stating that they feel like this is something that their competitors are using, they're using a political standpoint to. I'm getting comfortable right now, but they feel like they're using a political standpoint to take them down because of how they've been with all their products. Their products are basically, honestly, Huawei devices are really kicking ass in the market. If you kind of think about it, like look at some devices that Huawei has in China and in other parts of Asia. that have not been released here in the US. And just look at its functionality, its capabilities, its features, and its pricing. And it's amazing to see what Huawei does. And it's sad to see that it's like they did the same shit with ZTE. So they tried to knock ZTE down because ZTE was on a great and steady climb from its Max series and how well like the Z Max Pro on Metro PCS, freaking killer device. Okay, hands down in budget, it's a killer device, right? What it gave you as far as it for being its pricing. I mean, when it launched, you can get it for $100. It was like $99 for the phone. And then they kept running these killer ass promotions on the Z Max Pro. And then its successor, I think it's the Blade Z Max, if I'm right. And ZT continuously going on with like its action series. That got a lot of like appraisal. Its Blade series got a lot of appraisal. And then all of a sudden, boom, it hit news that they were going after ZTE and what ZTE was bringing to the table. And now the same thing's happening with Huawei. You have the Honor series, right? So the Honor 8, kick-ass phone. I love that damn phone. I still have it, and I refuse to ever give it up. But you also have like the Honor 5X, the Honor 6X, the Honor 7X. You have the Honor Mate SE. You have the Mate series. So you have all these phones being released by Huawei, and it would make sense that the major players in the game would do something like this as far as using politics to kind of get their way. And so all this whole crap of like data leak, espionage type shit that's happening is just like, wow, you'll attack one company and you'll say this company is guilty of it, but what do we know about all the other ones? What do we know about Samsung and LG? We can't say that they're perfectly good companies. They have their skeletons. Every company does. Every company does. Every company has something dark about it. There's not one company that has a clean closet. That's what I'll say to anybody at the end of the day. There's not one company with a clean closet. Hi, and greetings from the right forward soccer player, Luis. I got my new LG X Charge on Boost Mobile. Works great. Yeah, I'm using it as my daily driver today. So probably for the next couple of days. I kind of miss using it. And it's weird when I switched back to this phone. I was kind of shocked by it because I've been using the Moto E4 Plus. And when I use that phone, it's heavy compared to this. It's pretty heavy. So I was like shocked when I reactivated this phone and I was like carrying it. I'm like, God, it's so light. But it's good though. It's a good thing. My only complaint about the X Charge is its camera. Its cameras does not do well in low lighting. Yeah. Well, I mean, when you told me that on Periscope, was it yesterday? And it just made me think about like, wow, I have my X Charge and I haven't used it in a while. Let me use it again just to kind of get reacquainted with the phone. And I activated it last night and used it. I watched movies on it and everything. Like I said, my only gripe with the X Charge is its cameras. And that's not just with the X Charge. That's with LG devices. Like its flagship devices like the V series and the G series have really good cameras. But when it comes to their budget end devices, they don't put good camera sensors in there that are good with low lighting. And I think today's standards, because everything is really functioning around either live broadcasting or photos and videos, I'm thinking that LG needs to catch up on that aspect. Like the camera quality with good lighting is great. Don't get me wrong. The X Charge has a good camera. You can get some really good photos. If you don't believe me, I will link it later in the description, or I'll comment it later. But actually, no, I'll just do it right now. My brother has an Instagram account, and he has the LG X Charge on Cricket. That's what he's using right now. And check out his photos. His photos are done by his phone. I'm not shitting anybody. They're done by his phone. He does not use anything else, and his photos comes out really good because he's a grammer. He loves being on Instagram, and so. So let me find his profile name, and then you guys can go to his profile and check out his photos. And if you guys check out his photos, call him a jackass. Like comment on his photos and just say what's up, jackass, and just mess with him. But hold on, let me find his profile name because he has like a unique name that he uses. But all right, let me type it in. Hi, babe. My lovely wife is in here watching. So, okay, it's I _ Will. God damn it, his username. I'm gonna put an @ symbol in front of that. Okay, that's my brother's Instagram username. All right, you'll know it's his Instagram page when you see that. And you look at some of the photos that he's gotten. This is with his LG X charge. Like, I want to say, the photos that he's taken within the last 3 months, I want to say, is from the LG X charge. Yeah, he needs an easier username. But these are photos. Like, yeah, some of these he does use the filters from Instagram. But when you look at the photos, like the clarity and everything and the angle of shots that he takes, like, for instance, this one, right? Okay, that's from the LG X charge. Like, look at it from your phones and stuff, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, especially if you have like a good display on your phone, and you'll see. But yeah, he takes some really good photos, and he has the X charge on Cricket. So yeah, the only thing that I say that LG suffers on when it comes to the mid-rangers is the cameras for low lighting. Because if it was nighttime and I didn't have maybe one light on, it would be really dark. You wouldn't see anything, and there's nothing you can really do to adjust that. Maybe I might eat my own words here in a second because I'm not sure if there's exactly a pro mode. I don't think there is. Let me flip it around and see if there's a pro mode. I don't think there is a pro mode. Yeah, so there's not a pro mode on this. If you had a pro mode, you probably could alter it to get better lighting and low light shots, but yeah. Yeah. Well, since you're watching, babe, and you see Ruben later on, let him know that I'm sending people to his Instagram to view his photos, and they're gonna call him a jackass. Yeah, if you guys go to my brother's Instagram page, comment on one of his photos, and just call him a jackass. Simply. And he'll have an idea that I said something because that's like a nickname that we toss around. But yeah, LG devices, they entice me, so I went back to my LG X charge. I'm using it right now. Will do. You hope you get yelled at? Nah, he won't yell at you. Yes, babe, I'd go for a run. After you left, I went out and put on my shoes and I went for a jog outside. So I did do my run. I haven't ate breakfast yet, though. Well, now it would be lunch. It's like 1:31 p.m. my time, so now would be lunch. But yeah, with Huawei devices and what's happening with them, it's the same political crap that they did with ZTE, and they're going to continue to keep doing it. When there's a company that can deliver something for consumers that would give them the exact same type of specs that you would get from a flagship without having to spend $700-800. Because don't get me wrong, but phones today costing more than what a car payment is and costing equivalent to what your rent would be. That's insane. I know they want to pack in more things for users, but I mean, yeah. No, he won't yell at you. Uh, you'll probably see him coming in here soon. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he does, I don't know. I sent people to his Instagram to call him a jackass. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, like, yeah, the Galaxy S9's cool phone, right? Has some really cool features involved in it too, especially its camera, being able to adjust and shift between was it a 2.4 aperture rating to like a 1.7, and being able to manually switch the aperture rating on the camera. I mean, that's new, right? But still, I mean, with a lot of things that it has, and it's costing $700, I think. What, seven or 800, depending on the size you get. It's crazy how much phones are costing these days. Hey, Magic, aloha. How's it going? Aperture like Portal. Tonight, here comes our colleague, technology commentarist, RJ CV Tech, right here on YouTube. Yeah, RJ will definitely be broadcasting. I know that's something that he does, which is like really cool. I really dig when he goes live. And see, like one thing I think that YouTube should incorporate is like a simulcast, because it would be really cool. Like just from YouTube, not having to access Hangouts or anything like that. So I know, like on Instagram, I can simulcast with somebody. So if I broadcast on Instagram, which I intend to do from time to time, then like if one of you guys wants to jump on the broadcast with me, then I can add you in to simulcast with me. And I think on Facebook Live you can do that too as well. Periscope, I don't think you can. Get a Coke, babe. Is my brother like Kramer from Seinfeld, where he pops up in your house and he's yes, yes, my brother's like Kramer from Seinfeld. He does. Like there'll be times where like he'll just pop up out of nowhere to come visit, and then yeah, he's eating when he comes here. By the way, I'm also supporting a campaign. So if you guys know of this YouTuber, pop his name in there. My typing sucks. So if you guys are familiar with that YouTuber, he's last I saw, he posted on Twitter, he was at 6.5. So 6,500 subscribers. He's trying to make his goal is to reach 7,000 by June, but he can reach that a lot sooner than that. So if some of you guys have not subscribed to him, I'm not saying you guys have to subscribe to him, but please check out his channel and his videos. And if you guys like what you guys see, then go ahead and subscribe to him. Oscar, what? Well, Oscar, thank you. For the for $3. I really appreciate that. You didn't have to do that. This stuff for me is fun, guys. So, but I really appreciate the gesture. But again, you guys don't have to do that. You guys don't have to donate anything. But yeah, Budget Tech Reviews. Please check out his channel. Check out some of his videos. Who's not Tito or John? Donation hype. Yeah, it's a very appreciated gesture. I really do, guys. I really do appreciate that. But it's not something that I would tell anyone to do. I wouldn't suggest donations because there's nothing really to donate to. I do this for love of doing it, and I love talking, interacting with everybody. And I know I don't broadcast very often, and my life is pretty busy. But when I get to do something like this, it's fun. It really is. Oh. All right, man. If I'm still broadcasting, please do join back in, love. I mean, yeah, but my whole goal is to help out, is to help out YouTubers that have a passion for this, right? Because we need more tech tubers that are really passionate about mobile technology and what they're putting out there, and not not these other ones. I'm not going to call out names, but not these other ones who are strictly in it because they want to make a quick buck, and that's all they really give a shit about. So with me, I want to push people. I want to push people to to their full potential. And one person I've been following a lot lately is Asher Tech. I'm sure some of you guys know about him. But Asher Tech, I really dig his videos, and I like his new setup that he's done lately. I don't know if you guys seen his recent videos, but he now does like a multi-view type thing, which is something I've never tried, which is like, you have your front shot, and then he has the camera set up here to the left of him, and that camera is actually focused on the subject on his desk, and so he can interswitch in between just so that you guys are not stuck seeing one complete view all the time. If I'm gonna be real about tech tubers that I wish to see have their channels grow, and to become really good, like really big and involved in the community more. Asher Tech is one of them. Everyday Tech, Brandon, he's another one. Tony Pazzo is another one that I want to see them grow. I mean, CV Tech has grown dramatically. And I remember at one point, way, I think it was like a couple years ago, he was like, I was at, I want to say 5,000 subscribers, and he was at 4. So he was just not even that far behind me. And I was telling him, like, watch, dude, you're going to blow up, and you're going to go way past me. And sure enough, RJ's like blown way past me. He's like at 11,000 subscribers right now, and he's got like a real huge following. And his following, they're avid watchers of his live broadcasts on YouTube, right? He's made it really huge and big. Tech Right, when I was like at 5,000 plus subscribers, he only had 1,000 subscribers, and now look where he's at. He's like, they keep going, and they're real about their videos. Paul Tech, I remember when he wanted to quit, like he was literally going to put down YouTube, and I was hoping he wouldn't do it, and he didn't do it. And now look at him, where he's gone now. He's back in his role in YouTube, and he's doing his thing. He got an office. He got all kinds of things. And one thing that I can say is really awesome about these YouTubers I'm mentioning is that they don't bullshit any of you. They're not in it for sponsorships and things like that. They've gone to events. They've gone to the ZTE event. They've gone to different events and live streamed from there, and brought you guys, footage of things that we as consumers and we as tech geeks and fans wanted to see, and not the scripted crap that you see from main channels. I mean, I hate to say it like that because I like those personalities. I like Marquez Brownlee. I like John Rettinger. I like those guys. Those guys are cool. But I can't hang on everything that they're saying, because a lot of the things that they're saying, they are told what to and what not to say, and that's because that's how they make their paychecks, right? Sponsorships will say like, yeah, here's our phone. Please do a review on it. Talk about these points about the phone. We do know of these things that are wrong with the phone, and we're working on a fix on that, but don't make mention of it. That's how it works with them. I just realized you almost have 8.3K. Yeah. In Russia, they burned alive more than 300 children. Why? That's a sad thing to really say, man. Like, that's terrible. I don't like hearing about children getting hurt. I have kids. And so I wouldn't want anything like that, to happen to my kids. So for 300 children to be hurt like that, my condolences and my prayer out to them. But that's really messed up. I don't like hearing news like that. That's just despicable. For anyone to hurt a child is despicable. But yeah, so, and one of my, and it's crazy because he popped up in my live stream today, and that was like really unexpected. And I'm really honored that he came in and he spoke with us. But Dragonic Warfare was probably one of my favorite Boost Mobile reviewers. Him and I think Knoxville. I forgot his YouTube username, but he used to review Boost Mobile phones only. But them two, but mainly Dragonic Warfare, because obviously he works for Boost Mobile, so he has all the insights and things that's going to happen. And yeah, I just enjoyed watching his videos and whatnot. And then he made his presence today, which, like I said, it shocked me. I mean, I didn't try to act like a starstruck nut, but I was really honored that he came into my live stream today and spoke with us and talked about the Stylo 2. And when we were talking about movies, he was involved in that, so that was really cool. There are YouTubers that I look up to, and then there's YouTubers that I see that are growing that I want to help, in any way that I can. I've put it out there. I'm no gladiator in this, but if I have 8,200 plus subscribers, then I'm going to use that influence of 8,200 plus subscribers to help these guys gain 8,200 plus subscribers to their channel. That's what I want to do. And I know, like, not everyone that subscribes to me watches all my videos, every day or interacts with me every day. I know you guys do. You guys are like my all-star friends because I find you guys on my broadcast talking with me, so, but yeah, like Asher Tech is one I would say definitely check out. Everyday Tech, Brandon, check out his channel. And if you guys like what you guys see from his videos, subscribe to him. Tony Pazzo, man, he's just, he's one of those people that, like, when he does interact with me, because, like, lately we really haven't been talking all that much, but when we do, when he says positive tech reviews, he is a positive person. Always trying to inspire me to keep going, and I like his videos. His car vlogs, his drone flying videos. There's all that stuff that he goes into, and he grabs different phones. Yes, he has an iPhone and he has Samsung Galaxy devices, but he's one that's like, he's well rounded. He goes from from flagship Androids, budget Androids, iPhones. He covers it all. He may be biased. We're not one to judge him on it, but I noticed in his videos, he doesn't let his biased thoughts get in the way of his reviews. And that's always a big plus when it comes to that. So that's something that I think I'll actually put there. So we have Asher Tech, we have Everyday Tech. And we have Tony Pazzo. Hopefully I got those right. Actually, I'll go through my subscriber list and show you and tell you guys of some other YouTubers that I began to follow and I think have real good potential. So hang on here. A lot of them are just like mainstream ones. Yeah, so we have Asher Tech. Let's see. I don't know whatever happened to Benjamin Landwehr. He made some really good videos, but he just kind of falls off. Like, he comes back, he makes a video, then he falls off. I don't understand him. Big John Tech Reviews is another one. Let's see. And then there's Budget Tech Reviews. There's a lot of them. Coop Tech. So put his channel name right there. I would put CV Tech, but he doesn't need my help. He's doing all right for himself. Donovan Hornbeck has actually grown really, really big since I think it was like 4 months ago. He was under 10,000, and now he's well above 10,000. I have like a long list of YouTubers that I follow, and if there's other ones you guys know of that I may not have heard about, let me know who they are so I can give them a follow and check out their channel. Grant S. Can't forget my dude. Yeah, he's a little bit above me. He's currently sitting at 8,501 subscribers. But Grant S makes some real good videos. I mean, real good. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Anyways, guys, yeah, this has been quite a long stream. I gotta eat. So I'll probably pop back on later on this evening, and we'll do another live stream here on YouTube later on this evening. I'm just gonna do the live stream on YouTube later. We'll talk about that whole sprint topic thing or whatever, kind of just going on that. But anyways, for everyone that came in, thanks for checking out the broadcast. You guys are awesome. Yeah. And I'll see you guys. I want to say I'll probably live stream. Take it easy. Until next time.